Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, so Bitcoin continues to move sideways a little bit. We are here on the weekend to see if Bitcoin can maintain the bullishness it actually has, that it started early in the week, and if we can also head sort of in a bullish way into the weekend. Yeah, I mean, it did hold so far. Again, one of our support areas here, one of our trend reversal areas, it did reverse out of it, as you can see, and is currently holding above it. You could even argue this might be a small bull flag, and we'll see if this can push further to the upside. It's good that it's holding actually above the support area for now. We didn't get another strong pullback as we had here on Thursday, and it seems like it wants to push here at least once more to the upside. That will be highly interesting. I will of course observe that for you, and at the moment, you know, as I said in yesterday's video and the ones before, until we reach the 26k level, the primary expectation would be that we still push higher here at least once, because this is still a valid long trade setup out of which we reversed in a bullish way. And as long as we're holding here the 23,340 level, it can still push higher, and it is still the expectation to reach the target of 27k, because so far the move to the upside fell a little bit short of reaching those desirable targets. Now you can see that here on Thursday we actually reached the area, the price range that we didn't see since August. Yeah, so it's actually, I mean, Bitcoin is doing something you could say bullish. Now, always try to avoid the word bullish and also bearish, because it implies things I don't really want it to I don't want to come across, yeah, because as you might remember, this could also just, we don't have a confirmation that the bear market low is in. So it is short-term bullish here. We're pushing in 5 waves to the upside, but everybody needs to understand that, of course, the low of Bitcoin, the bear market low, could have been in here in November, yeah, down here. And we could have bottomed here. That's why I've got the wave 2 low here, at least the alternative. And we need to be ready that it could still make another low. That's not confirmed at this stage, but the next big retracement will tell us the truth and will help us decide. Because this move up in 5 waves, and it is a 5-wave move up since November, we can count it like that. And that's also why this move up could have peaked already, and we're going to take a look at that in a minute. I still would expect it to push a bit higher, but if it loses the low, the Thursday low, or yesterday's low, yeah, there's a big risk we're already coming down, and this 5-wave move is peaked. But it's a 5-wave move, so it fulfilled the minimum expectations to the upside here for an impulse. But it could just be part of a bigger A, B, C correction, and the C wave is a 5-wave move, which means this could be a wave 4, and we could still make another low in a wave 5, in the 13 to 14k area, maybe even lower. Yeah, that is still on the table, just want to highlight it. However, if we, in the next bigger retracement, can come down, hold at the very least, well, that's the absolute minimum level, it should not drop below it, 17.6k, yeah, which is this wave 2 low, then Bitcoin can hold a wave 2, and that means we had here probably a wave 1. This here is a wave 2. This would be a great long-term entry point, which I will use myself. Bear in mind, this target will need to move if in the current advance we are still pushing higher. As you can see, the fips will extend out. So depending on how high we go in this move, this support area will have to move up. But this is the moment of truth. When we get this retracement, if this holds, then we can say Bitcoin has probably completed the bear market back in November, and in the next rally the next rally could go into the 40 to 50k area in a 3rd wave. Yeah, so that is very important, because it distinguishes between this sort of still bearish pattern that allows for one more low, A, B, C, and then 5 waves down, where we would just break through the green support area, and between the other one, where we had 5 waves up in a wave 1, bullish, 3 waves down in a wave 2, and we would then rally in 5 waves. You know? So you don't want to miss this area. I mean, I'm not telling you to buy or not. I will. And I'm not promising this support area will hold, because nobody knows at this stage. But it is still an area where I want to be involved when we get into this area. You know? But what's going on in the very short term? So in the very short term, obviously, ideally, we still have 1 or 2 waves to go. I can't promise you we get all these waves here, yeah, but at least one more would be desirable into the 26k area. I think the next push could get us into the 26k area. Maybe we get another 4 and a 5 afterwards. At the moment, it seems likely because we're holding above the support area. The move down looks corrective. Wave, micro counting doesn't really make sense here. It could still be a triangle. I explained that in yesterday's video. If we now come down, make a higher low. Let me think. It's a bit of a weird one because that wick here, I'm just thinking, could this already be part of a triangle? I mean, you could, if you want to count it as an Elliott wave triangle, you have A wave, B wave. I mean, is this a C? Is this a D? Do we get an E here? It would not be the right look, okay? So therefore, I don't really like the idea of a triangle here at the moment with this wick down and the way it's going now. If it then had come down further, yes, but it needs to hold above this low. The key is, whatever, and just to keep it simple, the key is as long as we're holding 23,340 or 330, doesn't really matter, a few dollars, we can push higher. And that's, I think, the message here. Also, it might create some kind of an inverse head and shoulders here, but it's not very clear. But yeah, just bear in mind, this could have also peaked. And if it has peaked, we're probably going to see a significant drop. But then again, if it has peaked because it fulfilled the minimum requirements, yeah, if it has peaked, then it would obviously need to confirm by dropping below 23,340. But the key level here, yeah, is and remains this 78.6 Fib level that I highlighted yesterday to you. If Bitcoin can push through this at 24,850, it will make it unlikely that we are going to break the Thursday low, Friday low. Yeah. So yeah, this is where we are. Someone asked me in the last video in the comments, so it is likely that we are going to break above 25k and it's likely that we're going to come down lower. Yes, but I said also in my last video quite clearly, I think that my primary expectation is still one more leg up. This is, of course, the support area. I think it's big enough, this buy area, for nobody to miss. Hopefully not to misunderstand, this is a long trade area. Now we've already exited it, so I wouldn't, it's not in there anymore. So the risk is higher if you now enter. But the key is, it's still possible to push higher as long as we're holding the support area very, very clearly. But yeah, we are, as I said during the week, most easy money on this way up since November that we followed, has been made. We are now probably in the 5th wave and it's getting towards the end of the move. And therefore, of course, you're getting sort of towards the end of it. You're getting towards the end of it, you need to know that. And is there something more bullish possible? Yes, there is of course something more bullish, but that's always possible in Elliott Wave. What is of course possible is if this wave is finished in the 26 to 28k area, it's not my primary expectation, but I'm of course, observing it, make you aware. What is possible is that this 5-wave move here is only the first wave of the 5th wave. We're coming down in a wave 2 of the 5th wave and would rally. But the point here is that it is unlikely that a wave 3 and a wave 4 are both extended. This doesn't happen very often. If volume in the 5th wave is generally, so in this wave here, if volume is higher than in the 3rd wave, it indicates that we get, and if the RSI is higher as well, it indicates that we get an extended wave. Now, so far this is not the case, but I'm of course observing various indicators, and I'm watching that. Yeah, if the RSI is pushing higher, or if volume is higher, then it would indicate we're getting an extended wave here. I'm going to observe that for you, of course. Indicators are relevant, but I'm not always showing you all indicators here in the videos. But this is something to keep an eye on, yeah. Of course, we could get an extended 5th. There's something everybody needs to always keep in mind. And therefore, if we clearly finish this wave up here, yeah, the one that we started here early in the week, if we finish this last wave up with ideally a move into 26 to 28k, then I will also give you a support area for a possible wave 2. So that we basically extend this wave, because we won't know. That would be probably a riskier one, in terms of, not necessarily high probability in working out, but still a decent long trade setup that I might try as well. Okay, so those 1-2 setups are always great. It depends, it will depend on how we come down. Nobody can say, but we will be able to pick it up on the way. Because if, let's say we do these 5 waves here, let's say we just simply say we make our 5 waves up here into the 26, 27k area. Let's say we get a wave 2 and we're making a higher low here. So that this is really only the first wave of a larger advance, one. Then we come down in an ABC. If we can see it's a corrective move down, absolutely gonna buy in here. But if we see it's gonna come down impulsively, and we have a lot of volume in this wave, because this would be, in a more bullish scenario, this would be an A wave, this would be a B wave, this would be a C wave. If the C wave shows a very strong RSI, and if the C wave shows very high volume, then we can say it's probably a wave 3. So that we do something like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if it shows high volume, strong RSI, higher reading than the A wave, it will be very likely that we're going to make new lows and come down into that deeper area that I showed you, and that the main move since November is finished. If not, and if we see bullish divergences towards the end of that wave, then it might be worth buying in, and I will keep you updated about that. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.